In the distant year of 2019, a genius, handsome boy invented an invention that inventors have wanted to invent since the invention of time. A time-traveling device. With that power, he pursued one noble cause. To travel into the future and watch and review movies so you wouldn't waste your time. This is Time Travel Time Travelviews!
Fucking shit, hold on. God damn it. Hey, I'm Jake. Hey, let's talk Captain Marvel. For those who don't know, Captain Marvel is about Captain Marvel, aka Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel. She is a lady. Captain Marvel kicked ass. It was a solid Marvel film with a cool premise, and I'm probably gonna travel to the future once more to watch it before it comes out in the present. But before I begin, I gotta warn you guys, massive spoilers ahead. If you want to go into this movie without knowing the super important plot details that I know, then skip to the end of the video for my rating. Okay, is everyone gone? Alright, cool, let's just jump the fuck in. Okay, so first things first, here's what I gotta say. Captain Marvel is a badass who punches anything and fucking everything. You remember that old lady from the trailer? You remember the old lady? And we were all shocked because she just went off and punched her? Yeah, well, guess what? Spoiler alert. That wasn't a Skrull agent like we all thought. It was an actual old lady. The best part about this scene was that Marvel didn't hold anything back. It's an actual full 5-minute scene of our protagonist just beating the ever-loving hell out of an old woman. This really set up the tone for the movie because this thing is dark. Like any Marvel movie, you got the cool cameos and the Easter eggs spread throughout. One of my favorites was an Easter egg nodding towards Pixar's Hit 'Em Up. In the very beginning of Captain Marvel, young Carol Danvers is seen trying to take the sky using only a lawn chair and a bunch of colorful balloons. Who else uses colorful balloons? The old guy from Up. Classic Marvel with the hidden in plain sight Easter eggs. Classic. There was a lot of other cool cameos in this movie too, and the best part is they didn't take away from the story much. We didn't just get a younger Robert Downey Jr. playing a young Tony Stark trying to remove the blockbuster, but also a hip Bruce Banner studying science stuff at a local college. Marvel sure knows how to fan service. But perhaps my most favorite cameo of all came from our dearly recently departed Stan Lee. You remember that old bitch that Captain Marvel beat the shit out of? Who else pulls up in an ambulance to wrangle the beaten old bag of bones than Stan the Man Lee?
Somebody call a doctor!
Classic. Fucking classic. Right there. That's Stan Lee in a nutshell, man. Just a fucking classic legend. Aside from all sweet cameos and Easter eggs, we got the story itself, and it was a solid 8.2 out of 10. It runs the usual paces for an origin story, but the twist of Captain Marvel was actually the alien that crashed into Roswell, New Mexico all along was really shocking. Even though this one ended up being a run-of-the-mill origin story, it still contributed to the overall MCU in a really meaningful and impressive way. Towards the end, once Captain Marvel and her Star Force have successfully ousted the Skrulls from S.H.I.E.L.D., she gives Nick Fury the old Nokia pager from the end of Infinity War and then winks at the camera. Really weird of a nose thing here, since we just saw the movie this last year, but I guess Marvel is just trying to spoon feed those people that missed out. Like, hey, this character is actually the character you saw in the last movie, remember? Remember that? When you saw the pager in the ground and it flashed that symbol?
Well, guess what? That was Captain Marvel. And you just watched that movie. Are you impressed yet?
Last but not least, how could I finish this review without talking about the phenomenal Marvel after credits sequence for Captain Marvel? Let me set this one up for you. The credits flow. We see the classic Captain Marvel will return. The screen goes black. Cut to a hospital room. There are flowers, a few cards. Dr. Stanley leaves the room and tells the patient to have a marvelous day. Classic. Fucking classic. God, that's classic Marvel. Anyway, the camera slowly pans to reveal the very same old woman laying on a hospital bed, sleeping like an old retired baby. Then, one eye pops up and looks around. She sits up, fully awake. Then, the unthinkable happens. She reaches towards her face and reveals that it's actually a mask. It was Thanos the whole time. Boom! Holy shit! I was like fucking throwing popcorn everywhere. I looked at the kid next to me and said, "You fucking know who that is? You know who the fuck that is? That's fucking Thanos, kid!" Avengers 4.
Confirmed.
Whew. All I'm saying is, it was real cool. That's all I'm saying.
Warning, quantum power is nearly drained.
Alright, folks. Looks like the incredible and real time machine is running low on quantum power. I wish I could stay and tell you more deets about the movie, but from now, here's my overall score and recommendation. I give Captain Marvel a solid 6.7 out of 9, and recommend seeing this one in 3D since there are a bunch of pop-outs. This has been the Time Travel Views, or whatever. Adios, amigos.